Namaste, welcome to our Group 1 services orientation classes telecasted by TSAT. So, before going to discuss about the current affairs concerned to the science and technology, congratulate to all the aspirants who qualified for the mains examination. So, the first thing you have to do that you have to shift your mindset from objective pattern to descriptive pattern. This is a very important phenomena you have to adopt, because in prelims examination the questions are given in kind of multiple choice questions. So, among 4 options you have to select a correct option and you have to answer. But after qualifying for the mains examination, when you are going to write examination in descriptive manner, so you have to write the information in an elaborated way, a crystal clear way. So, this is a very important. So you have to change your mindset, you have to write the information a sufficient, adequate and required manner. So, here in these classes we are giving such an information to you to write the information with more clarity and more information also. Clear? So, now we are going to discuss about the area of paper 5 science and technology. As you know that science and technology, the section 1, section 2, section 3, all these 3 sections are science and technology, and section 4 is data interpretation and logical reasoning. So, science and technology means recently so many things are happen. So, you have to adopt all these and you have to analyze the things which are happen around us, means not only in India, you have to consider the total world, what happens in this especially in terms of science and technology. Now, I am going to discuss each and every one with a clear manner, make a fresh notes and prepare for the examination. The first one, what are micro-LED displays? This is a very important. Recently, the Apple is introduced the new smartphone information that is used by micro-LED. The smartphone giant Apple is shifting towards micro-LED. The micro-LEDs are self-illuminating diodes. Their color production and illumination are brighter than organic LEDs. Now, we are using in smartphones LEDs, even LED television sets and LED, of course, monitors of the computers also even. So, all these are organic LEDs, but the Apple is using these cell phones, smartphones in terms of watch, correct? So, the future watch model is going to shift towards the micro-LED. So, Apple is taking this innovation and is going to be introduced in the market. Their energy consumption is less compared to the normal LEDs. So, this micro LEDs energy consumption is less compared to the normal LEDs, and Apple is planning to use this micro LEDs in its future watch models. This is very important. You are observing now, if you see that you are observing this LED model here, when you see this, so this panel here, this is a substrate and black matrix is there and color filters are be here, and is R&D, of course, phosphorus are there. See, observe this, these are micro LEDs and this is LED drivers and substrate. So, like the picture will be there, so you can understand very clearly. Now, coming to this, what is a micro LED display? This is very important. It is a flat panel display. Its pixel elements are made of microscopic LEDs. The main advantage of this micro LED display is greater control pixel level light control. Now, when you see this, so already you are seeing micro LEDs, correct? These are the micro LEDs, these are the micro LEDs. So, these micro LEDs, observe it. So, main advantage of this micro LEDs displays greater control of pixel level light control. And one more very important phenomena for the feature of this micro LEDs are the lifetime of micro LEDs is greater than the OLEDs, means organic LEDs. And one more information is the lifetime of this micro LEDs nearly 1 lakh hours. 1 lakh hours means approximately 11 years. So, this means the lifespan, or we can use these watch models which is going to be introduced by the Apples. You can use it for 11 years. Now, that's a great invention, no? So, okay. And what is the working principle of this micro LEDs? Let us discuss about it. The micro LEDs uses indium gallium nitride semiconductors. This is a very important. So, these micro LEDs are made up with indium gallium nitride semiconductors. Generally, in organic LEDs, the semiconductors are used germanium and silicon. But these micro LEDs are using the metals, of course, as indium gallium nitride semiconductors. In micro LEDs, each pixel can be turned on or turned off, not like organic LEDs. Here, each and every pixel can be turned on or off. This can be done with the conventional LEDs. This cannot be done in the conventional LED, what we are using presently. So, it is not possible. It is not possible to consider each and every pixel in the screen which can be turned on or turned off. But in this micro LEDs, we can turn off or turn on each pixel. This is one of the greater advantage when you compare with the conventional LEDs with the micro LEDs. Therefore, you get perfect color control and contrast. That is a reason why. So, this feature is introduced. When you are controlling each pixel, whether is you can make it turn on or turn off, what will happen? There will be a perfect color control and contrast with the micro LEDs. Which kind of contrast you need, you can fix it. The lifetime of micro LEDs is so longer, but just now I said. They can emit light continuously more than 1 lakh hours, that is non-stop use for 11 years. You can use it for 11 years. That is a greater advantage of micro LEDs. We can control perfect color and contrast, and we can use it for nearly 11 years. That is one more advantage. Now, why we are using micro LEDs? Why the micro LEDs are better? This is very important. The LCD displays in the market today use LED as backing light. Now, when you observe the monitor screen, so generally we are using LEDs as backing light. It gives a backing light, correct? And liquid crystal layer to create the image. So, we have, when you touch the screen, we feel as a little bit of a liquid sense, correct? So, means actually it is a liquid crystal layer to create the image. The image is created by blocking the light on the crystal whenever required. There are no such complications with micro LEDs. So, what are the complications? The image is created by blocking the light on the crystal. So, when the image is formed, so the light will be blocked on the crystal whenever it is required. There are no such complications with the micro LEDs. This is one more advantage. Each and every LED on the screen can be controlled. Therefore, the image resolution is high, response time is less, and power consumption is less. These are the advantages of these micro LEDs. Understand? So, very important thing is the image resolution is very high and the response time is very less, and the same time power consumption is also less. So, all these are essential or required things, correct? So, definitely, so these micro LEDs will take advantage in the future. Mostly we are using 5G technology, you know. So, with the 5G technology and these micro LEDs, so most of the microphones, microcellular phones are simply is smartphones will be going to be convert with the help of micro LEDs. So, the question may be asked in this area. So, because this is a new discovery or new invention in the science and technology, a new development in the, especially in the communication system. So, the question may be expected on this. So, you have to take a little more other information and prepare a well notes for the micro LEDs and its advantages. Clear? Okay. Now, we are going to shift for one more concept, that is recently Italy discovers invisible galaxy. So, the Italy discovers the invisible galaxy. Now, we will see. The Italian researchers have discovered a black galaxy or invisible galaxy using ALMA, ALMA. Means ALMA means attachment large millimeter array. Atacama is actually they find it in Atacama Desert in South America. You know that Atacama Desert in South America. So, for that reason, so they name this galaxy as ALMA, means Atacama Large Millimeter Array. Clear? The galaxy is discovered is compact. It is young and has interstellar dust. The galaxy is forming new stars at the rate of 1000 times the Milky Way. So, this is a very, very important. So, the Italian researchers have discovered this black galaxy. Why you call it as black galaxy means it is invisible. So, we will call it as this galaxy as black galaxy or invisible galaxy using ALMA. ALMA means ALMA, this is a very important information. ALMA means Atacama Large Millimeter Array. So, why we call it as Atacama Large Millimeter Array means here this was used in the Atacama Desert. You know that Atacama Desert in South America, correct? The galaxy is discovered is compact because it is young and has interstellar dust. The galaxy is forming new stars. So, when this new stars is formed at the rate of 1000 times in the Milky Way. This is one more great phenomena happens in the galaxy. Okay. Now, about invisible galaxy, we are going to discuss about this invisible galaxy. The galaxy is termed invisible because the light emitted could not be seen from the Earth. So, why this galaxy is invisible? Because the light emitted from this galaxy could not be seen from the Earth. From our Earth, so you can't see, so obviously it is in dark. So, we call it as this galaxy as invisible galaxy. However, the presence of the galaxy has been discovered using the gravitational lensing technique. So, simply we call it a GLT. GLT means gravitational lensing technique. By using this gravitational lensing technique, we discovered this the presence of this galaxy, but in ordinary eye from the Earth we can't observe, we can't see this galaxy. For this reason, we will call it as this one as an invisible galaxy. Then what is a gravitational lensing technique and how we are going to use? You have to concentrate this particular area. The scientists are using this technique to discover the galaxy. The technique is generally used to detect dark matter. The galaxy is located at a long distances from the Earth, and also the galaxy is young because recently is formed and compact. This makes it difficult to capture the light or other wavelengths emitted by the galaxy. In circumstances where the light or its wavelength is not helpful, the gravitational lens comes in aid. So, this is a very, very important thing here. Which circumstances where the light or its wavelength is not helpful to detect at that particular area, this gravitational lenses comes in support to identify the position or the thing, correct? Okay. The gravitational field created by the invisible galaxy bends light from other galaxies. These lights are studied to learn about the invisible galaxy. The technique where gravitational waves are used to learn about the galaxy is called the gravitational lensing technique. This is a gravitational lensing technique. Maybe actually it's not a descriptive examination even though. So they won't ask as a simple questions like what is the gravitational lensing technique. For your understanding sake, and you have to write what is here, how the gravitational lensing technique is going to be used means you have to know and you have to write what is gravitational lensing technique, correct? The technique where the gravitational waves are used to learn about the galaxy is called gravitational lensing technique. This is very important. So you have to write what is gravitational lensing technology, what is the circumstances, consequences, requires, demands for using of gravitational lensing technology, how we are going to use the gravitational lensing technique, that's a very important, and you have to write about invisible galaxy. These things are how to write it. That's a very, very important. Now we are shifting to another. Is it clear? Maybe you understand when you are going to write the answer. So now invisible galaxy previously, then what is invisible galaxy? Why you call it as invisible galaxy? Who invented this invisible galaxy? Which technique is used to identify the invisible galaxy, and what is that technique? Like you have to write the information a very clear and in a proper logical order. That's a very, very important, and sequential order. Now we are shifting to another, that is recently this happens, and the ISRO launches second developmental flight named as SSLV-D2. So this is also because our ISRO reaching so many heights in the, especially in the astronautical and airspace inventions. So definitely in the space research, so our ISRO done miracles. So one of the thing recently happened, that is Indian Space Research Organization successfully launched the small satellite launch vehicle. That's a full form of SSLV. SSLV means small satellite launch vehicle. It was launched from the Sriharikota, which was at Nellore, as you know that, of Andhra Pradesh state. The SSLV-D2 dropped EOS 07, 𝗧𝗦𝗧 and JONAS-1 satellites. So it dropped the three things, three satellites. One is EOS 07, 𝗧𝗦𝗧 and JONAS-1 satellites. The satellites were dropped at an altitude of 450 kilometers from the Earth within 15 minutes of the launch. See, so that's a vastness and significance of this SSLV-D2. So after the launch, which will actually from our Earth, the altitude of height is 450 kilometers from the Earth. So it dropped those three satellites just within 15 minutes of launch. That's a significance of the SSLV-D2. You know that SSLV-D2 means here small satellite launch vehicle. That's okay. Now we are going to discuss about what is SSLV-D2 launch, and now I said it launched three satellites, that is ES-07, JONAS-1 and 𝗧𝗦𝗧. So now we will discuss all these in a brief manner. About SSLV-D2 launch, SSLV can carry a payload of up to 500 kg. So it can carry up to of the payload of 500 kilograms. It is one of the low cost spacecraft of ISRO which was made, can carry more than one satellite. It can carry more than one satellite. So recently which was projected by the ISRO, launched by ISRO, it carries 3 satellites. and it requires very less launch infrastructure and provides very less turnaround time. So, that is about SSLV-D2. And about 𝗬𝗎-07 satellite, it was developed by ISRO, and the weight of this satellite is 156 kilograms. It carries a spectrum monitoring payload and humidity sounder. It is an Earth observation satellite. The main purpose of 𝗬𝗎-07 is to observe the Earth. So, it is an Earth observation satellite. It carries a spectrum monitoring payload and humidity sounder, and the weight of this satellite is 156 kilograms. Now, coming to the next satellite, that is JONAS-1. The satellite was also actually this was developed by the United States of America, USA. The weight of the satellite is 10.2 kilograms. It is a demonstration satellite developed by Tspsc. This is a very important information. And the JONAS satellite was developed by the USA. The weight of the satellite is very less, that is and 10.2 kilograms. It's actually it's a demonstration satellite which was developed by the Tspsc. Clear? And the next one is 𝗳𝗧-𝗧 Recently we are celebrating 𝗳𝗧 𝗚𝗧, correct? We completed 75 years of independence. So, for that reason we are throughout the year we are celebrating the 𝗳𝗧 𝗚𝗧. So, in point of this consequence, so our ISRO also launched a satellite called it as 𝗳𝗧-𝗧. It was developed by Space Kids India. Around 750 girl students participated in developing of this satellite. The satellite has voice and data transmission equipment, a selfie camera also, and also UHF and VHF transponders. This was a very important thing here. 750 girl students of India participated in developing this satellite. That is the specification, significance of this satellite. And so, all these 750 girl students are represent the Space Kids India. We one organization called Space Kids India, and these children develops, these girls especially, these girls develop this 𝗳𝗧-𝗧, and it has voice and data transmission equipment, and also it has a selfie camera. It has UHF and VHF transponders. This is about 𝗳𝗧-𝗧. And if you want to say about SSLV-D1, it was a failure as a rocket did not put the satellites in the right orbit. Recently, ISRO released the reason for the failure of this mission in its analysis report. So, actually SSLV-D1, if you want to say about SSLV-D1, actually it was a failure of the rocket, and the ISRO officials identify what are the mistakes happens in SSLV-D1. After rectifying those two, now the ISRO people launches the SSLV-D2 successfully. Clear? And now ISRO people officially announced they will announce the failure of this mission, the reasons with the analysis report. Clear? Okay. Now coming to the next. India's first drone air traffic management system. So, the air traffic management system is under observation of the drone, with the help of drone. So, the India's first drone air traffic management system recently is launched, that is Sky Air is a startup delivering drones in different parts of India. The startup recently launched a traffic management system for drones. It is a software and will allow drone operations to choose their routes, just like flight traffic management. So, it choose and also in the need for drone traffic management is increasing with e-commerce business, as you know that. And e-commerce business is looking for options for drone deliveries also. Recently, e-commerce, through e-commerce, the organizations they want to deliver the goods by these drones also. Drone usage is increase the future exponentially. This, now drone system is used not only for in the e-commerce, and you can use in the various fields correct. And now the flight traffic management system also you are using the drone system, and mostly in future the usage of this drone system increase exponentially. So, this will happen. This is a very important thing, clear. And one, now before going to discuss about that, you have to say 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗃. What is 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗃? That is a very, very important. Drone traffic management system, as actually 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗃 is a drone traffic management system. The air traffic management system designed by 𝗖𝗍 is called 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗃. So, this is very important. This is the first of its kinds in India. UTM stands for, now I am using the word UTM. UTM means here unmanned traffic management here. So, the total is air traffic is controlled by this software only. So, there is no man. For that reason, unmanned traffic management, that is UTM, 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗃. Here, and it will provide 𝗹𝗶𝗻𝗺 drone operations. 𝗹𝗶𝗻𝗺 is means the beyond visual line of sight. That is the full form of BVLOS. BVLOS means beyond visual line of sight. So, this BVLOS drone operations are using, it means you can operate your drone safely and far away places without even seeing them physically. So, you want to send something which is not possible to see by you physically, you can send those, you can operate these drones safely far away from the places. That is importance of this drone system, drone operations, that is called BVLOS, means beyond visual line of sight. Okay. This 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗃 is working on this BVLOS drone operations. Okay. Now, how does this 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗃 works? That is a very, very important. It gets information from the digital sky platform. It is run by GROUP-1 means and has information about all drone operations and drone flights in the country. The platform is run by DGCA, means Directorate General of Civil Aviation. Okay. So, this is GROUP-1 means is Government of India, as you know that. So, it gets information, the 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗃 gets the information from the digital sky platform, and this one is run by Government of India and has information, it has information about all drone operations done, drone flights in the country. The platform is run by the DGCA, means Directorate General of Civil Aviation. Okay, highly competitive. This is a highly competitive. So far, very few countries in the world have such drone traffic management systems. For instance, the Air Map company in the United States has this kind of traffic management system, and also Airbus of Netherlands has designed such a system. So, very less countries, less number of countries including of our India, so have this air traffic management system. The United States of America and the same time Airbus, these two, Airbus of Netherlands, these two have this air traffic management system and using this 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗃𝗃. Clear? So, this is one more advantage. So, now we are doing the wonders in the especially in the science and technology. Clear? So, we will discuss about other things which will happen. So, which are useful for your mains examination in the next episode. Until Namaste.